My name's Trevor Jenkins, and people know me as the Rubbish Warrior, in Darwin at least, anyway. And they call me other stuff too. I'm pretty full-on Christian. I used to be a lot in and out of churches, and it was kind of nothing much was happening. I'd read the Bible right through, and I really got trigged on to. There's a passage in the Bible to the rich young man. He sort of did all the good things, you know. He didn't swear, didn't drink, didn't commit adultery, and Jesus said to him, well, there's only one thing you lack, and he said, well, give up everything you have and follow me. There was something there in that scripture. When I've walked, I've had this incredible amount of energy, and I'd meet people and I'd see things, and I thought, well, why not just travel on this spiritual journey? I just felt God saying to me I'd walk, and I'd get a lot of poetry and songs would come to me. I sort of gave away my possessions about 93, and I started walking, which was a spiritual journey thing. And then as I was walking, I'd walk a long way between towns. This is down in New South Wales, and I'd often find rubbish, or I'd see things glinting in the distance, and I'd go and pick it up, and then I'd just stick it on the side of the road, and I'd keep walking. I didn't really think about it. I didn't expect the council to come and pick it up. I'd go to a lot of long grass camps, and there'd just be food and clothes and a lot of things where they'd camp, but you really felt their essence there. It was almost like you could rebuild that, like have people and their clothes standing there, and there's a kind of there was an essence to what was there. Sometimes we don't see how much effort we've put into our own culture, and then when you bring it back out, I want people to see, well, there's a lot out there. Like we're producing pretty heavily, and we're doing these amazing things, and sometimes when we're just saying that's rubbish, or people are rubbish, or the things on the side of the road are rubbish, I guess for me it's about bringing the discarded things in and looking at that in a new way, and saying that I think we're all creative, that if we put the time into people that have been discarded or things that have been discarded, we can renew those things and see them in a new way. I ate out of bins a lot, which I still do a lot. And just as I was about to give up at different times, people would come up and bring me food or say, oh, are you on a spiritual journey? And I'd talk. And it sort of developed, and I felt for the first time in my life, I'd sit and read, I'd done things and everything, but I'd never really grown as a person, and it just suddenly expanded that I was somebody without all the crap, without all the society, without all the money, without all the banks, without everything. I was just this incredible human being, a beautiful human being that God loved.
Vote 1, homeless bum. I'm a man on the street, gotta get things done. Boom, boom. Vote 1, homeless bum. I'm a man on the street, gotta get things done. Keep the rubbish up.
I've always been interested in politics, and I thought I'd have a go. I'm really interested in homeless issues, and I got the shits a bit with the council because they run Homeless Connect, and the churches that kind of do different things, but they didn't really have a good handle about what it was like living on the street. I didn't really know how politics worked, but I was just interested in being out there, having a go. I think it's important for all of us to have a voice and to express who we are, and I think in a place like Australia where you can get publicity and do things, and there's a democracy, I think it's important. It's a way of becoming more intelligent on issues too, because you have to articulate things and speak politically and talk to a lot of different people, and I think it's helped me gain a lot of confidence as a person.
I'm pretty confident. I sort of think a lot of people have been tooting and stuff. One Indian guy from out of Malak said he'd already voted for me for the water sport, so I'm hoping, I don't know, leave it up to God, I guess.
My relationship with my parents and my mother years ago was it was like, I call it sexual abuse, even though we didn't have sex, but she was pretty dominant and stuff, and that affected the way I've related to women a lot. And I've kind of really been trying to refocus on that and look at my role as a man, and then reassess how my dad was. I sort of looked down on my dad a lot, and he was like he was there as a dad, and like I guess reassess him. I admire him and kind of re-look at, he worked pretty hard with things and be able to maybe not put so much pressure on myself. I've been really failing uni, so I want to go back, and that's got to be a bit humiliating because I've always wanted to be, you know, like a star student or whatever. I feel like I should go back into work and be working and maybe get off the street a bit, but I'm kind of, scares me because rents are really high, and then I don't know how stable I am, so I'm sort of, I don't know what will happen with that. But just look at myself personally with relationships. I mean, I don't know if I could get a girlfriend, or I don't know, get married, or I don't know, have kids or something. I don't know, it might be too ambitious. I'm always out there doing stuff, but I'm sort of open, and I still try to be a full-on Christian and love people at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know if I do that. I'm a bit of a hypocrite, I know. I end up swearing at people who I kind of really want to love and change. I get really angry about things, but maybe that's just passion, I don't know.